Hey, Dr. Lindsey and Wendy here. This is a short update on a really interesting guy that we did back in March of 2009. And I remember him as one of the two toughest guys that's ever been in this office. And the reason I say that is he's a Marine. He came in with these two frontal triangles that needed to be packed. And we put 1,600 grafts in him. And I remember anybody that's been here knows that everybody gets Valium. Because it lowers your blood pressure and you don't ooze as much. Well, this character had trained doing mixed martial arts in South America and been all over the world, and he convinced me not to give him a Valium. So I gave him the first shot, and he said, "Thank you, sir, may I have another?" And I thought, oh my gosh. But he was nervous, as you would expect. And so when we did his strip, he oozed a little bit, and we had to do a little cautery on his left side. But then he calmed down when he realized it wasn't going to hurt, and I didn't have to do any cautery on the right side. So that when we saw him back at a month, his scar was perfect, but he had some shock loss on the left side, but not on the right side, and this picture shows that. So back to his surgery, we put 1,600 grafts in. He admitted to doing 3 MMA fights while his stitches were in. That is not recommended, not on the instruction sheet. And then we saw him at 2 months when he came in unannounced for a scar check, and he had shaved his head, so you can see that everything we put in had fallen out. He was a little bit pink there. And then he rolls in at 5 months and 1 week, starting to grow some hair just before being deployed overseas. And his scar looks awesome.
He looks so good.
And I'd heard from him once a year, and finally he was able to come in. So he popped in last week and did this short video. And so, again, he's a tough fellow who has served our country well and is now in graduate school. And his hair's holding up and his scar looks good. And take a look at this short little interview. So this is the guy that I've described as a mean Marine for the last 8 years or so. It's okay if I use your face on YouTube on
Sure.
the videos? Okay. So we did two small frontal triangles on you in probably March of 2009. I saw you in May of 2009 when your head was shaved, and I'll put that picture up. And then I saw you at 5 months and a week when you went overseas, and then I haven't heard from you except for yearly refills until today. And so it's good to see you.
Yeah.
Are you happy with what I did for you?
I am, yeah.
Okay. And did other guys know that? Well, you knocked 3 guys out while you were fighting while you had your stitches in. So I guess you know. I remember that. Anything you want to tell these characters that might be watching about me, about hair transplants, or nothing? It doesn't make any difference. What are you going to say?
It went well. I'm happy with the results.
Was I honest with you reasonably?
Yeah.
I didn't bullshit you and all that kind of stuff.
No, it was good. Yeah, it was all up front and little sore afterwards, so be ready for that. But it'll heal up.
We were just talking. You were the first guy that I ever did that didn't take Valium, and when I gave you the first shot, you said, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" And so you're tougher than the average bird. Bend over one time. Let me just look at you from above. That looks pretty good. I'll put the befores up, and then turn around and face the wall, would you, please?
Sure.
And so that's a pretty short haircut. Not as short as it was at 5 months and a week, but let me just try to find your scar. Zoom in there a little bit. Right there, that little teeny line that's about the width of the wrinkle on my thumb. So, well, thanks a lot for your service to our country and for coming back in today.
Yeah, thank you.
So again, he's the one of the 2 toughest dudes we've ever had in here, and I think he's a great guy, and this helps you guys with frontal triangles. Anything you wanted to add, Wendy?
Yes, that's a great example of when patients come in on a month follow-up and the scar looks, in some areas wide, some areas thin, and it's because of the shock loss. And I think that gives a good example of what a month looks like. Then you have the other picture when all that shock loss is, it's gone, and it's just a perfect line.
And he probably wouldn't have had that shock loss if he'd have just taken the doggone Valium, but there was no dealing with this character. Yeah. All right, so hope you enjoy it. If Wendy and I can help you, please give us a call. Thanks.